Are you looking to upgrade your Wi-Fi system to something that gives you more coverage? Well, if so, MeshForce might be the answer for you. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at MeshForce's new M3 router with 2 additional dots to expand the coverage. We're going to be going over the features and seeing how well it performs, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So here in the office, I have issues connecting to my 5G network because my router is on the other end of the house and it is upstairs. So this is pretty much the farthest point away, and every time I try to connect my phone to my 5G network, it typically will drop off when I get here into the office. So I've been having that problem for a while. I bought my Linksys router probably about 5, maybe 6 years ago. So I'm kind of in the market to upgrade it too. Well, MeshForce reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in testing out their new mesh router. And I'm actually interested. I'm looking for an upgrade. This thing looked perfect, especially since it has the extra dots that I can put around my house and expand that Wi-Fi network. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. All right, so here's everything that comes in the box. We've got the router right here. So this is going to be the base of it. This is what it looks like. On the back here, we've got a WAN LAN port. So this is going to be for your internet. And then we've also got a LAN port here in case you want to port out to, say, a switch or something like that. Reset button, power button. And then on the bottom here, I'll cover up my stuff. We've got little slots here for wall mounting if you want to wall mount that. Then we've also got the 2 points. So the 2 points just plug right into the bottom here. So you're going to plug it right in. It's a 2-prong plug. And then on the bottom here, we have got another LAN port and a reset button. So that is going to be the same for both of these guys right here. And then we've got power, and then it does come with an Ethernet cable. All right, now that we have seen what comes in the box, let's take a look at some of the features. All right, now some of the features that you're gonna get from this device is parental controls. So you're gonna have some parental controls on here when you want to turn the internet off, say when it's time for dinner or to do homework, or if you just want everyone to take a break from the internet. You're gonna have those parental controls that you can set up through the app. We also have guest Wi-Fi. So you can set up a guest Wi-Fi if you're gonna have people over and you don't wanna give them access to your main Wi-Fi, you can just give them access to your guest Wi-Fi. So that's a cool feature right there. We've also got dual bands. So this thing does support the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz bandwidths. So you can get either the super fast speed of that 5 gigahertz or the longer range of the 2.4 gigahertz connection. Lastly, because you can manage this through your cell phone, you're gonna be able to manage this from wherever you are. And speaking of managing this through your cell phone, let's get this thing set up and take a look at the app and see what kind of features we have in there. All right, so here we have the app loaded up. If we take a look at the top, we have got the upload and download speeds. And this isn't necessarily speeds, it's how much data is currently being used at the time. Right now, I've got my phone, I've got the computer behind me, and I've got a wireless camera out in the backyard that are connected to this right now. If you look at the very bottom, it says that I have 3 devices that are connected. So if we click on those 3 devices, you can see my phone, my Reolink camera that we are testing out right now, and then the desktop that is behind me. What you can also see here are the 3 different connections. So if you look at the desktop, it says that it is wired because I actually do have it wired into one of the points. So I have one of the points actually right down here plugged in, and then I use that LAN port that's coming out the bottom, and I ran a cable up to the PC up here. So if you have a PC in a room that does not have a LAN connection, you can actually use these points as an extender and then just plug in a PC, a laptop, whatever needs to be plugged in into these points right here. So that was a cool little feature right there. We can see that my phone is connected to the 5 gigahertz connection, and then below that, the camera outside is connected to the 2.4 gigahertz connection. Backing out all the way down here at the bottom, we have got settings. So clicking on settings, we've got wireless settings. So that's just going to be your SSID name, so the name of your router and the password in there. You also have a guest network that you can set up, parental controls, so you can schedule when you want the internet to turn off for certain devices. What you would do with that is you're going to create groups, put different devices into those groups, and say if we've got like a kids group and we've got the kids tablets or anything that they use, Anything in that group will turn off at certain times of the day. We've got our internet settings right here, so that's going to be your DHCP, or you can use the PPPoE or static IP address or a bridge if you have any of that stuff that you want to set up. We have got quality of service, so if you have a device that you want to make sure doesn't lose any bandwidth, say if you've got a computer or a PS4 that you want to make sure doesn't lose bandwidth when you're gaming, if somebody is downloading something or streaming something, you can set it for that specific device is always going to have a good steady connection. So that's a cool feature right there. Here we've got adding more mesh points, so if you want to add more mesh points. And then we've got some other features here: fast roaming, capacity oriented mode, smart assist, port forwarding, all of that stuff that you can set up if you want to get into the nitty gritty and into the advanced features of running a wireless router. All right, now that we've gone over some of the features in the app, I want to do a demo to see what kind of speeds we're getting out of this. I want to compare it to what I had before and see if we're going to be getting the same speeds out of it now. Okay, so to run this test, I did an IP speed test on the PC behind me. I initially plugged it into the router that I currently have right now. Now I pay for fiber to the house, so I get 100 meg up and 100 meg down. So in the initial test right here, I'm getting 123 down and 122 up. So those are really good speeds, better than what I am paying for. So now I'm gonna switch over to the MeshForce, and this is gonna be plugged directly into the router. So if we compare the speeds here, I'm also getting 123 down and 122 up, which is almost exactly what I was getting with my other network. Now I want to run a test on me plugging directly into one of the points and see what kind of speeds the points are getting us. So plugging into the point and running the test, I'm getting 57 download speed and only 38 upload speed. So I'm definitely not getting the speeds that I am connecting directly to the router, which makes sense. I mean, these are wireless access points, so they're not going to be as fast as connecting directly to the router itself. And for most things that I'm going to be doing, like gaming or streaming video from Netflix or Disney Plus, 60 meg down is going to be plenty for what I need it for. So I'm actually happy with those numbers that I'm getting right there. So being a review, I don't like to just talk about the positives. I also want to bring up the negatives that I had with the product that I'm testing. And surprisingly, with this one, I didn't really have many negatives. I mean, it's a wireless network system that essentially does what it says it's going to do. I've connected it throughout the house. I've been getting great signal everywhere I go. I haven't had any dead spots. I haven't had any issues with it dropping or slowing down or not connecting. It's been a really solid system so far. So I'm actually really happy with it. And for the price this thing sells for, it's hard to beat something that is this reliable at this price point. So I would recommend picking this up if you guys are in the market for one. But what do you guys think about this? Are there some features that you would like to see on here that you have not? Also, one thing to mention is that this also does come in black. So if you want to get a black unit, you can do that too. Now, to get everything wired up in my house, I did buy a TP-Link switch, which I connected to the router, which is upstairs. So I have all of that connected up there, and it has been running great. I'll link everything down below if you guys want to check that stuff out. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.